Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here this morning. Got a great show lined up. But first, let's take a look at our weather brought to us by our favorite air conditioning people, Gulf Coast Air Conditioning, Drew Pollard and hardworking crew. The high today, 76, low, flip it around, 67. Now the water temperature, I don't know if Gail made a mistake or she was asleep or something when she gave it to us, but she's got 70 degrees, but I think that was some kind of misprint. It should be around 65, so we'll double check and let you know for sure tomorrow. Now looking at the river readings, looking at the Apalachicola Bluntstown, right now they level back off now, 9.3, still a little high, but has leveled off and looking good. The Choctaw Caraville, an even 6 foot. Both of them dropped out over the last couple of days and they look pretty good. Our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. Today is the last day of February, good tides, and I'm looking at, you don't have the March forecast, but the rest of this week is just like today. Some really good strong tides. And then next week, deep tides, but spring break will be some great tides coming in then, so got a good pattern going. Our marine forecast, west-southwest at 15. Listen to this. It's going to blow about 15 the next couple of days. On Friday, they got it blowing at 23. I got tickled looking at it because I'm thinking, this is the beginning of March. Tomorrow's the first day of March, and it's going to come in like the old timer said, and those old sayings have a lot of truth in them. They would always say, March comes in like a lion and leaves like a lamb, because it's going to be blowing the next couple of days, first 4 or 5 days of March. So I just thought that was good. On another note, I want to send our condolences, our prayers to Ken Paramore and his family. Ken lost his dad last week, Mr. Kenneth Paramore. He was 88 years old. Their roots were in Gaston County, but he ended up down around Riviera Beach. He was a former Marine and did a Mason and did a lot of good things. And I've got some pictures from Ken. I want to show them up here, if I can get them up here. Okay, here we go. I've just got some pictures of Ken's dad, and here we go right here. This is right here. This is Sergeant Paramore Tax. He was in the U.S. Marine Corps, and here's some pictures here. Love fishing. You see where Ken gets it from, and I love that old wooden boat. And I don't know what's my favorite part about that picture. That's Ken. I'm 99% sure in the boat. His dad and that nice bass in the boat, and that's just a great picture there. And that's in South Florida. You can tell by those windows right there in the top left-hand corner. You're in Southwest Florida. Good picture there. And a couple more pictures. There he is on a horse. I see a lot of resemblance between Ken and his dad right there. Here he is, and I believe this might have been up this way. U.S. Marine Corps cap. It's a good picture. I believe this was at Ken's retirement he had up here, I believe. I'm looking at that table because I was at it also. I got to meet him. And here's Ken and Dad and Ken's 2 boys. There's 3 generations of the Paramores. The roots in Gaston County. And this one is one of my favorite pictures. At one time he was a salesman for Have a Tampa cigar, which the wrapper was made, leaf was made there, or grown there in Gaston County. And I thought that was a cool picture. And here's the best, well, one of the best parts. Here it is with his beautiful wife. Folks, they were married. They married when they were 17 years old. They were married for 72 years. And not many folks can be in a relationship that long. So what a wonderful story. And he lived a full life and had a great family. And our condolences to Ken and his family. So let's take a break and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. 72 years married. Isn't that amazing? So let's move on to some of our pictures. We accumulated them over the last couple of days, and it's really interesting to just see the variety. We talk about it all the time, but when you catch a big trout, it's something special. So here, first picture we're going to show you, this is from the Panama City Fishing page. This is Matt Weaver. He got a 30-inch speckled trout. That's his personal best. Okay, tight lines right there, 30 inches. And here he goes right here. Releasing a beautiful speckled trout. And that big old trout like that, you want to release them because they're going to be full of worms anyway. They won't be good to eat, but they're a beautiful fish to me. Chris Rogers, we got a couple of bird pictures. How about an eagle just flying in, just hanging around? Now, I don't know if it's at a campground or that's in the backyard, but the eagle, it didn't matter to him. It looks like a campground with that outlet there. Okay, and then Jose Ponce, he had a turkey strutting on him. He's getting ready for turkey season, scouting it out, and he's going to, I guarantee you, he'll get a fine turkey to open the weekend. Charlie Breedenbach, a nice red fish there on a lightweight spinning. Charlie's good about wearing a mask. Dale Finley, we're talking about a 30-inch trout. How about the mark of a bass fisherman, if you can ever get in double figures, a 10-pounder. Isn't that a fine, healthy bass right there? Good job, Dale Finley. Okay, this is a good one. Good morning, Winston. We just watched the show, this is Friday, and really enjoy it every day. But today, you drew my name for the $20 gift certificate on my husband's and I 6th wedding anniversary. Thank you so much, and God bless you and your family, Terry and Kilo James. Isn't that cool? I knew their anniversary, that's why I pulled out the name. All right. Harris Marshall, I've had Harris on this duck behind me. Harris did that for his project. I've had a lot of pictures of Harris. He's such an outdoorsman. He's got he works with Harris. His dad is Scott Marshall, and uncle is Matt Marshall. They have Marshall Brothers Construction, and they've been around the community a long time. Their granddad had Marshall Volkswagen, and Harris is just a true outdoorsman. So Harris's brother, Brant, is getting married soon, so they took a bachelor trip up to Lake Eufaula. Ain't that a cool? Some people do all these crazy things like going to Bahamas and all. How about going fishing Lake Eufaula? All right, there's David Bender. Check everybody bass fishing, okay? Oh, here they are. They're up here staying in the cabin. They even took their dad along. That's Scott on the left and David Bender. Nice fish. You know they had a great time. And look who's cleaning the fish. Dad had to clean the fish, but I know they enjoyed it. There's a crew of them right there. Okay. Now Brantley up on the top left-hand corner. He's the one getting married. Okay. And good job. David Rich IGA down there in Weewall, caught this one right before dark today on the old crawfish crankbait. Released her live right where I caught her, in the water. Caught in the Dead Lakes, home of the 10-pounder. Although this wasn't 10-pounder yet, she still had a chance to get there. Weighed in at 7.5 pounds on a digital scale. So when you run by some groceries today at Weewall IGA, tell David you saw that big old fish he caught and let go. All right? And here he is right here, got him in the net. You see what color he caught him on. David Hawkins on a fine bass. Folks, bass fishing was good this past weekend. Okay, Alan Shepard, let me see. I'm going to talk about Alan Shepard a little bit later. We're at a break now, so you see what's biting right now, those big bass and some big speckled trout. The last couple of days have been really nice. Let's take a break and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Speaking of bass fishing, Florida's the fishing capital of the world. Freshwater and saltwater. I just love living here. I know y'all do too. And I always, every few years, I like to just look at the state records in different categories and all. And last night I was thumbing through, looking up some stuff for the show, and it just hit me. We haven't shown the Florida freshwater fishing record in a long time. It really hasn't. We're going to talk about the world record bass later on. That was caught up in Georgia in the 30s. But anyway, I went to the FWC website to get these, the official website, and here it is right here. The largemouth bass, the record is 17.27 pounds. It was caught in July of '86 by Billy O'Berry, Polk County. We got some buddies down in Polk County, and it was really a cool place. So I'm going to show you the picture later. But anyway, right now I'm just going to go through the different ones. I'm going to show you the picture that was unavailable. They also have one called 1923, and it was really they couldn't verify it as far as is Big Fish, Lake County, Pasco County. So anyway, that was okay. Then different ones and all, but I don't want to spend a lot of time on it. I just want to show you the striped bass. Okay, is 42 pounds. White bass, sunshine bass, 16 pounds. I want to get more crappie. The bluegill. Okay. John LeMaster, 1989, up in Crystal Lake in Washington County, right there in the middle. Okay, we'll go to top line. Washington County, and it was a bluegill. It was in 1989. John LeMaster. Okay, and let me see. Trying to get some local stuff here. How about Maris right here, top, look right here. Red ear sunfish, 4.8 pounds. Caught in 1986 by Joe Floyd. Where was it caught? Merritt's Mill Pond, Jackson County. And then also this next one is, okay, let's go back to this one. The spotted sunfish was caught over there in around Live Oak, okay, Swanee River. Warmouth, the warmouth, bottom line, 2.4 pounds. October of 85, Tony Dempsey in the Yellow River in Okaloosa County. Okay, that's coming through that forest there. That's a beautiful, good fishing place there. Okay, a couple more. How about, you want a Gaston County record? How about Jimmy James? And I know Jimmy. Known Jimmy a long time. He caught it back when we were young people, 1971. I remember when he caught that. A chain pickerel, 8 pounds, in Lake Talquin in Gaston County. Jimmy James. Who knew that would still be a record, what, 50 years later? Oh my goodness. A carp, okay, right here. The common carp, 40 pounds. Bernard Rowan, I know the Rowan, I know Bernard, the Rowan family in 1981. In the Big River, Apalachicola in Gaston County, he put in there at Aspalagi and caught him not too far from the dam. I remember when that happened. Isn't that cool? Remember all this stuff? Let me see. The flathead catfish, bottom line right there, flathead, 69.9 pounds, caught in 2020. That's a recent fish as far as people catching them and all. In the Yellow River, again in Santa Rosa County. That Yellow River is productive over there. Okay, Washington County. Okay, blue catfish, bottom line, 69.5 pounds. William Stewart III, where'd he catch him? The Choctawhatchee River in Washington County, on the Washington County side. In 2015, that wasn't too long ago. All right, let's go to the next page. Let me see, the last page here. Nothing really big and outstanding as far as local stuff. I don't fish in those other places down there, but how about that alligator gar? The alligator gar, 123 pounds, that's the bottom line, in July of 1995, Zach Phillips in the Choctawhatchee River in Walton County. And then the Florida gar, well, that's Orange County. That's all, okay. And the water's warmer down there. I've got one more page, this last page here. Let's go to the bottom one. How about that bottom one? The yellow perch at 1.4 pounds, October of 2005, David Thomas. Where? Dead Lakes in Gulf County. So that's I've got some pictures I want to show you, I'll maybe show you another day, the picture of these fish and the guys that caught them is really cool. But what impressed me is I went through there last night, how many records are up in this area. It really is good because it's just, seriously, the central Florida, those lakes are just warmer and they've always been more fertile as far as bait and everything like that. A lot of records have come from there, but we're holding our own here in the Florida Panhandle as far as doing state records, okay? Also, I did want to mention this, Greg Taylor, we're talking about this, another subject. The carpenter bees. Greg Taylor's good about emailing me, and I've been over the years hitting him with a fly swatter, and I've been missing him a lot lately. I'm a swing and a miss. And Greg Taylor told me to get a badminton racket. Well, I went to 2 or 3 different places. I can't find a badminton racket. So if y'all go to any yard sales or something and find one, I'd be glad to pay you an old badminton racket to hit those to take care of the carpenter bees. Gail's was online the other day, and some folks had moved down, and they were on a community page. I won't tell you which one. She's on several, and we get tickled that some of these people move down that they're trying to adjust to the local area. And these people was talking about there's this big black-looking bug flying around with, you know, fast wings and everything, and want to know what it was and what they could do to relocate them. And of course, it's carpenter bees, and the answer is always funny on the statement like that. The people would, I want to been here for like 4 months, and this is their first encounter with carpenter bees, and there were all kind of answers, you know, and trapping and different things like that. But they wanted to relocate them, and somebody answered them, said, "Well, when you find out how to relocate them, would you let us know so we can relocate these yellow flies from here?" So anyway, just want to share that with you. Got all kind of stuff. Well, let's take a break, come back and finish up. Okay, welcome back. A couple of things I want to talk about. Let's see. One thing, let's talk about the shop. Folks, Travis has done a tremendous job doing our Panhandle Outdoors shop for us, and it's done real well under him. But Travis's wife is retiring in April 1st, and they're going to do some traveling, and I don't blame them for that. They have a nice fifth wheeler, a big old truck to pull it, and they're going to be doing some serious traveling. So Travis is not going to be able to do the shop anymore. So what we're going to do, we're going to have to close it down for now. Gail and I our plate is not this full, it's this full. So we're going to close it down. But so what I'm telling you, for the month of March, if you're in the back of your mind, you're like me, yeah, I want to do that. I want to get one of those. You know, go ahead and do it for the month of March. Go ahead and get all your orders in, everything. We've got a good supply. We've run out of things we've had to order, so we've got some more blue shirts coming in, and they'll be in within a week or so. But anything you want on the shop online, go ahead and get it. Call Travis, and he'll meet you, or I can try to deliver it to you, or you can come by and pick it up, or whatever. But you know, do your shopping for the month of March for the Panhandle Outdoors paraphernalia. Also, I want to mention all kind of good things coming up this springtime. And my good buddy Alan Shepard, the big old catfish guy, you know, catches a lot of catfish. Well, he's been talking to me, and he and I, our dads hunted together. That's how far back we go. He sent this message to me. Let's share it with you. Okay, hello, Winston. We are ready to advertise for a tournament, and our goal is to give away by drawings as many lifetime fishing licenses as possible to 17 and under kids who participate. If you don't mind sharing with your morning program and let people know if they want to participate as partners by donation, please contact either number on the flyer, and we'll be glad to explain our plans. And here's the deal right here. The North Florida Catfishing Tournament up here in Sneeds. Go and put this on your calendar, April 22nd and 23rd. Okay, all kids who fish from the boat or the bank are entered in a drawing for a lifetime Florida freshwater fishing license and prizes. And the divisions, it's going to be a big tournament, not just kids now, but $125 per boat with a kid. And okay, one team member must be under 17 years, so and all different ways, and Lake Seminole tributaries. So it's going to be North Florida Catfishing Tournament, the blue cat and the flathead catfish. And what they'll do, they'll put those names in a pot, and they'll draw. They've just started doing this. We're always talking about doing good things for young people and getting them situated, and nothing like a lifetime fishing. You know, for the rest of your life, a license and all. I know when Mason was born, we were able to get him a lifetime sportsman license. So go ahead, and the younger they are, the cheaper they are to get. But check on to that. But if you want to donate to that and help, you know, if a kid's out there fishing on the bank, doggone it, they deserve a lifetime license if any way you can get it to them. Okay, I want to also talk about one thing I didn't mention the last couple of minutes. You know, we had a drowning over this past weekend in our viewing area with Miramar Beach, and I got to thinking about it. The red flags were up, and you know, most locals, we all know about the surf conditions and all, but I couldn't help but to think about us surf fishermen. And we get excited sometimes. I don't do as much as I used to, but when I was a younger man, I was crazy enough to wade out this deep. I wouldn't do it now, and a lot of times, especially people coming in, a lot of new people coming in and doing surf fishing now. I see it online, I see them doing it, and they have no idea of getting caught in a rip current. And most of the time, they're not prepared because they're going to have a life jacket on, they're going to have on clothing and everything. But you get excited, you got a big fish on, and you don't want to break the line off, and you wade out a little bit deeper, and you're trying to, you know, go this and go there. And I got to thinking about, we really need to not warn, just make sure our fellow surf fishermen make sure that they don't get out too deep, especially if there's a red flag up. Now, if you got a yellow flag, I wouldn't hesitate to go out there unless you see some fins or something in the water, and you're very apt to do that pretty soon. So I just wanted to, and getting back to just regular people, our tourists and all coming down. Again, just if you're on the beach and all, you see them out there. They had all kind of rescues. I think Sunday, I think drowning was Saturday. Rescue, all kind of rescues on Sunday, according to the beach folks as far as saving people. Also, just be aware of that. Also, on the fish end, there was some really good fishing this past weekend on the sheephead. But the people who got the most sheephead were the divers, and I didn't think you could dive and spear. I did not think you could spear fish at the jetties. Obviously, you can. They went on social media and showed a bunch of sheephead they had speared. Some divers did. I mean, a bunch of them. And they did check. There were some debaters whether you could do that, but the people said they checked with FWC, and if you're on the inside, in the channel, and close to a boat with a diving flag, is okay. So we'll try to get Travis to clarify that when Travis comes on. But I know one time they're not able to do that. Also, I wouldn't do it even if it is legal. That some huge sharks. If you remember Ronnie Groom back in his day, the biggest sharks he ever saw was right there when he first started diving, right there in the channel. And that's just like a food basket for those big sharks. As everything's coming out, they just sit there with their mouth open. There, Indian Pass, St. George Cut, in Franklin County, that's where the big sharks are. And you can ask any shark fisherman, they know that it's feeding time when the tide's going out, and it might be a big old fish swimming through there. It might be somebody's diver's legs, but anyway, they're gonna clamp onto them. So I wouldn't do it there, but you're welcome to try it if you want to. Got to wrap it up for today. Got some guests coming on several times this week, and we'll try to get you some good videos if we get a chance to go fishing. So y'all do something good today for your fellow man. You have a great day. Enjoy our beautiful outdoors and take care of outdoors. God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.